I was raised by the people who were misunderstood and misinterpreted and misunderstood and misnamed as cards. I was raised by them. Insizwa, yabo, like, let's call them like that, because these guys have graduated in prison. And those people were looked at as uneducated. Yet the type of education that they were giving us, storytelling, the art of storytelling, which is powerful, which is 3D. People are talking about 3D, yet we are 3D. Storytelling type of thing, sculptural stories that were there, bah! And these guys, they're smoking weed in front of us, and like they get high in front of us and they tell us secrets of life. That thing that school doesn't teach us. And for me, I was comfortable there. Before I even knew that there was a person called Steve Biko who was my neighbor, I didn't know. And television was black and white, where black created type of contrast and white was like, bah! And for me that was a huge metaphor that, you know what, we black people, we don't exist. The way that we dealt with, fuck, this is wrong. Then it inspired everything in me. If you've seen a dog eating a human being, can you imagine a dog, something that's supposed to be submissive to the owner, to the human being, like, it eats you. I'm like, fuck, these dogs must have been trained in a way that this is the type of person it must eat and chow. Then I was like, you know what, fuck, I saw a dog today eating a person. But the dog that ate a person, it's a dog that's trained to eat a black person. But you know what, there's a big dog behind all these dogs. The dog is our Prime Minister, Joshua Goes. I painted him with the body of a dog and the face of himself. He was a general. Why is this man not being killed by black people, by white people, whereas they're killing us? He's like us. I'll find out that he's the one who's perpetrating violence to us. When you slaughter an animal, and then I look at the type of violence that happens, that takes place, when I see the manslaughter, I see a huge similarity that people, when that animal and that cow is being slaughtered, there are ovulations, it's fine, but then at the same time, when a black man is being put in that same type of situation, it's like he is being put in a position of an animal. He's being dehumanized. So the work is about the dehumanization of the black body, where the violence seems to be a normal thing. If you're looking at the Marikana, if you look at what's happening in America, the Black Lives Matter, the violence that's happening, we will keep on searching as if we don't know who did that, though we know. So they keep on hiding behind the masks. Whereas the violence still occurs, you understand, and the black body and everyone who's black is becoming a victim every day. So the works were based on that. We are being put in a situation, in a position, we are being starved, economically and mentally, physically and spiritually, so that we can easily be controlled. And when you're being put in that position, then the power is taken away from you, and then you become nothing. Then you can be controlled because you are desperate. This is what the ANC is trying to do, and this is what I'm trying to say with my work, and say, you know what? If you are part and parcel of the passenger in this plane, which is our country, we are going to crash. When you crash, what are you going to do? What's going to happen to you? Let us stop this thing before it amounts into, bigger cloud. So I want people to go in those voting polls and say, you know what, before I put my X there, I must think, because if I put X under a wrong party, and the party that's not going to allow me to have a say, then I'm going to be the one who's suffering the consequences. You know what? This is genocidal situation that we're in. It's a genocidal situation that we're in when the number of black miners are being killed to silence them. It's genocide because it's done by our people to our people. It's black on black violence. Because this is the boxing ring. Beat your opponent. These are my opponents. These are the opponents of my